Hey there, folks. I know it's Friday. I'm ahead of myself today. Actually, another day. It's late. 7:32 a.m. 7:33 a.m. Time moves on. Blah blah blah. Friday, February 12th. 52122125. Understanding self, understanding movement, physical movement. That's what I was going through this morning. I got up late. Anyway. Is it 7:33? 20? Yeah, 7:33. 3 is strong about the people. 7, spiritual knowledge. But in this case, I'm also feeling spiritual power. And you do empower yourself when you increase your spiritual knowledge. When a physical event happens, having a hard time talking this morning. My head got worked on pretty hard last night. The Black Panther part of my energy, that animal energy that's inside me, that's Black Panther related, it stays there. Any part of Lily or anything works on my head, I'm right there staring right at it. It's like, screw up, and it's not good news for you. Yeah, kind of an aggressive day, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Not really. Just kind of worn out from being here. Anyway, when an event happens, it's important we recognize the event for what it is. See what happened. A building fell. What happened? Can we help someone? Let's go see what's going on. Primary, numero uno, react physically, or react to what's going on in the physical environment, whether it's thought or whether it's physical movement. It's still physical, okay, using the physical body. Then number 2, it's really important to understand what really just happened. You saw the physical event, but it's not the full depth of what just happened. What happened? What caused it? What was the initiating drive force that caused that event to happen? Maybe nothing. I got a small tree that's fallen onto a power line. That's not a big issue, but I need to get it handled. It's been there a while. If that thing finally does fall, if that thing finally does cause a problem, which it won't, because I used to design this stuff, but anyway, it's telephone though, not power. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it needs to be handled. But if something were to happen, that would be mostly due to my negligence of not having dealt with it soon enough. But when things just happen, it's like a crisp response. Boom, 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 things happen. They're being done. Okay? It's important to feel the energy behind it, who did what and why. Sometimes when we lose the loved one, a person, an animal, it really hurts and it's hard to let go. It is for me every time. I've dealt with that with so many of you. It's like, did they send it home too fast? And I said no. When you love that much, you usually know it's when it's time and you have to let go. Sometimes we go back and say, I did wait a little too long or maybe a little too quick. Folks, don't worry about it. The important thing is that it happened. But please don't let anything suffer. Isn't there enough of that for everyone? But who made that happen and why? 9/11. You can look at all the physical bodies. Oh, this government, that person, blah blah blah. No, what? Go deeper than that, folks. I mean, look at that. That's the first thing. Look at it physically, what happened, and then go beyond that. Use your abilities to see beyond that. That's a thought process that those of you that really want to wake up and become alive and really become aware, that's what you have to do. You're going to have to do that if you want to be there. Otherwise, you'll never be there. Because being aware is being aware of everything. Not just your hand and count your fingers. What's going on? The energy coming around. The energy coming off your hands and fingers. And if you're doing drugs to do it, just put a gun in your head, will you? You know, just you're wasting your time. And whatever you do, don't bother bothering me, okay? There's no shortcuts to that stuff, but it's easy once you get there. You stay there, and it's a healthy process. So many kids today, they just want to see stuff, and they don't care what they see, and then they say, "Oh, I saw it," they saw nothing. Folks, I understand, been there, done that. Not a young kid, been around the block. It will not increase the size of your brain, it will hurt it. Taking too much DMT or taking DMT, period, will literally damage your ability to see, if not damage your pineal gland. So, you're destined to dooming your pineal gland if you take that stuff. Why do you think I bring it up? Because I have a personal vendetta? No, because it's not safe for you, and that's my job. This whole thing, folks, is about you're all waking up, getting stronger, and seeing what's on the other side. Seeing what's around you. We cannot come together as creation until we are aware of ourselves at the least. You have to at least be aware of who you are and then what's around you to become part of a group, a community, a family. How can you have a family when you can't see them? You see with your physical eyes, you see with the pineal, you see with the scanner, you see through the crown, you see with your heart, you see with your gut. Lots of ways to see, use them all. You can physically see multidimensionally out of the corners of your eyes. I believe David Icke has talked about that a lot. David Icke's cool. I'm sorry for what he's been through, and I wish I could do more to help. But the only way I can really help everybody in any large way is get out of here, and I will as soon as I can. It's not up, it's not up to me unless I force it. It's not time for that. This part of me outside of my body wants me out, and it's arranging things as best as possible. And in the meantime, everything that is an issue on the other side is finishing showing its face. And as it does, it comes up to me, wants to deal with me, then it gets dealt with. I've been at it all morning long. Really sick of it. So I can bring that stuff to myself in body, so I'll deal with it while I'm in body. Not happy about that. It's kind of why I have a serious attitude this morning. There's no such thing as seeing too much. Sometimes I've just said, man, I wish I could say that I wish I didn't even see this stuff, but I can never say that. Number one, it's a lie. Number two, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is not bliss, folks. Sometimes you know something, oh, but that hurts. Yeah, but you know what? You get over it, and then you're stronger after that. And that's part of what I'm talking about. You're all seeing, understanding, knowing. When you see an event, it's like what happened, like 9/11. What was really behind that? I did a small video about it. It was an original male and female causing all kinds of destruction, hell in everyone's life. You want a devil? It's what you used to call God. That's what you call God, but it doesn't exist anymore. There was a female and male part of the original first being. That's your devil. That's your Satan. Because God is Satan. It's very simple. That ought to be the name of this video, huh? Freak some people out. This man is against the Bible. He's blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's a bunch of shit. That's what it is. Um. Well, understanding is not the easiest thing in the world to do, because to really understand something properly, we need to know as much as we can about it. How can you understand the other side of what's going on or what's real over there until you learn how to relax, open yourself up to get your abilities flowing, and then use all your abilities to see it? It's a simple process. You cannot drive your car until you put the key in there and start the engine. Okay? So you want to be driving down the road, that's cool, but you got to sit in the car, you got to turn the key on, crank up the engine, and then put it in gear. Okay, too many people running around, spending all day on the internet. Again, the internet is not a bad place to be. It is a bad place to be all day. You spend so much time looking for the special secret, and there's all these goofballs over there making all these crazy promises and everything about, if you do this and this course and that course, your pineal becomes activated. And you're like, you take the course and it's like, okay, what the hell was that? What kind of frustrates me is that you're all the naturals. It's all right there. You are already it. You just have to relax. What's going on around you all the time? Everything's all over the place. Crazy. Action here, action there. Look at the news. What's going on in the background? Flashing all these lights and everything. All this ticker tape going. Your mind can't relax. You think that's not done on purpose? Yes, it is. Excuse me. I went to the. Didn't really want to go, but I went to the movies last night. And I saw a movie. Ben Affleck. He's pretty cool. He's pretty funny. He's family. It's one of the kids. Is it Ben Affleck? I think so. Anyway, the movie was Deadpool. It was kind of an interesting twist for a movie. I got a kick out of it. Kind of a comic type action thriller, weird stuff. It was funny. I enjoyed it. But when I was down there before going in, there were some people at the bar I was talking to. You know, I always go there, sit down, relax, have a drink, then go watch the movie. And I'll talk to 3, 4, 5 couples, individuals. People pop in. I know everyone down there. Everywhere I go, it's like that. They understand what I am, why I'm here. But when I was down there, this one gentleman had a thought that he had more control over his destiny than he actually does. And what he didn't realize is he was given an easy life. And he's literally run all the time. So he came from the first wave of souls. He was didn't start getting real active to the 4th wave. He's had a lot of easy lives. Part of his attitude, the way the original male and female wanted him to be, he was going to be their soothsayer. Anyway, he made a comment that I got a kick out of, and you know, we talk back and forth, having a good time. Nice folks. But you know, it's like people say, things happen for a reason. And I said, yeah, yeah, they always happen for a reason. But it's not always a good one. I said, what about those parents whose children go to war and they come back in a box or blown up in pieces? You want to have faith in something? Like things happen for a reason? Okay, what's a good reason behind that? Then he got a little upset and said, well, people make people or whatever the choices they make and everything. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Run your own destiny. Now you need to see what's going on and why. It's like earlier this morning, I was working with a new group of kids on the other side. The problem is, like Bijou and Paul will tell you, Michelle's, I can't work with them too long because then they start getting arrogant, thinking they can run things, and then they start getting forceful, and then they wind up being dead. They just won't understand. They're not able to. And it's just one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. It's like they never learned. Like Bijou said yesterday, she said, Jay, till you go home, it's just going to be like that. And I love her. She's great. And I said, yeah, duh. They don't understand. But things do happen for a reason. And like right now, the other side's trying to do something, but they really don't know. It's going to be like that until the old folks get home. The oldest ones there are that have had lives. Lily and Ara. Then they'll run things. And then once they've figured it out, where it's a really good, smooth process, then the good stuff happens. You all run yourselves. That's what it's about. It's about creation, taking care of yourself. Then when you need help, it's there. Compassion, guidance, controlling aggression. Not something dominating and telling you how it's about to be. Not anything saying you serve me. That's a sick concept. So what I'm talking about here is for people to literally try to use your abilities to feel deeper into why things happen, but before you can really do that, you really need to wake up. Okay, awakening and awareness. Okay, as you start to awaken your abilities, which is part of you, which is already right there, as you start to awaken yourself, you start to become more aware. It's like the heart develops feelings, takes data from the brain, emotions from the base chakra, creates a feeling, and it sends it out everywhere. Then the heart and the hypothalamus part of the brain work back and forth. All this is continually changing, and everything else is continuous. So then it takes that, and then it takes more data from the hypothalamus, feeling from the heart. They go back and forth, and that creates understanding. So feeling and understanding are relative, but you actually have to feel something first before you can understand it. I'm trying to give you all more of a reason to know why you need to wake up. Folks, I'm doing everything I can. My job is to take care of you the best I can, to do as much as I can for you, and I'm trying. Okay? I can't make you do something. Okay? That's not what it's about. Except when necessary to keep creation going in the right direction as a huge family, and to make sure that certain events happen that are very important to you while you're in the body, which are good things, not bad things, or keeping away from doing bad things that would really throw you off of what you wanted to do or where you wanted to go. Except for that, there won't be controls in your life. You're finally going to have as close as you can to total free will. But I need for y'all to wake up. You need to wake up for yourself. I need to do everything I can to help you wake up. Okay? If you don't want to wake you up, if you don't want to wake up, I don't want you to wake up. But those of you that want to wake up, folks, there's stuff coming. Okay? Well, I say I want you all to wake up. You know, it's not me, it's you. You have no idea how much you're going to want to wake up. Folks, there's stuff coming. And we're going to get into that next. So I want you all to be as ready as possible to understand, to be able to understand as deeply and fully as possible all the things that are about to happen. Okay? 2016 is your 2012. Love you all, man. Talk to you in a little bit.